So looking at Chickering's next vector, it's managing emotions. Managing emotions can be described as developing the ability to recognize and accept emotions, as well as to appropriately express and control them. Thinking about that statement, can you think about a time when you remember yourself having difficulty expressing or managing or controlling your emotions?
Well, I think that managing and controlling my emotions is something that's it's a continual process and a journey for me. I can't really think of a specific time, but I could think of general times in which I just I fail to address people with proper emotions. I think I'm just not the most emotive person. In fact, I will say I am simply not a very emotive person. I don't show a lot of emotion. I don't get very angry. I don't get very jubilant or ecstatic or extremely happy either. I'm always just pretty even keeled. And dare I say, maybe even a little bit boring. And you know what? That's something that I continually kind of struggle to break through. And it's something that I try to learn, take my experiences that I have in life and use those to build off of and learn when it's okay to express myself, when it's okay to get angry, when it's okay to be, allow myself to be and show and act and feel really happy. And I think that I have you to thank a lot for showing me how to do those things because you've led by example. Daniela, I know you are a very emotive person, and you have no problem showing that. And you've helped me learn that it's that's okay and that's good sometimes, and I think that's really important.
Can you think of a time where you maybe didn't show emotion when it would have been appropriate to? Maybe you wished you could, you wished you had gotten angrier or expressed more anger, but you didn't, or
I mean,
every time you fight with me?
maybe, I don't know. No, off the top of my head, it's hard to say. Um, I mean, I think it's as simple as sometimes when um like sometimes I need to deal with I need to make a phone call for certain vendors related to my work that I'm dissatisfied with their services, or I don't like the way things have gone. And rather than being one of those irate customers who calls on the phone and says, I'm extremely angry, let me speak to your manager now, this is completely unacceptable, I demand X, X, and X, Y, and Z. Um, you know, Instead of doing that, I'm very diplomatic. I remain very cool, calm, and collected. And I think that in those situations, I don't always get what I want because I'm not irate and because I'm not making demands. So I mean, that would be an example where, hey, if I get really upset, I think I'm gonna get what I want. But if I don't, you know what? I'm probably not going to get what I want. So I mean, that's a lesson learned. But it's tough for me as a person to do that because it just doesn't come naturally to me. What comes naturally to me is being this cool, calm, level-headed person. So it's almost like if I was to call up, one of these service providers and really kind of like, bitch about and be really, really upset, it would in a sense feel like I'm acting, and that's kind of tough too because I'm not a good actor, and I'm not. Everybody who watches this is probably going to see how awkward I look on camera, so that kind of speaks for itself. But that's just one instance that I could think of off the top of my head, but I'm sure there's plenty others.
Okay, thank you for sharing.
You're welcome.